In a picturesque and close-knit town nestled at the base of rolling hills, a young man named David was grappling with a profound sense of isolation and frustration. No matter how hard he tried, David couldn't seem to make friends or gain the respect he so desperately craved from his peers. At gatherings and events, he was often overlooked, and nobody ever seemed to value his opinions. It was as though he were invisible, and the constant exclusion stung him deeply. David's colleagues at work were no exception. They rarely invited him to join them when they planned outings or social gatherings. Whether it was a weekend hike, a Friday night meal, or simply an evening at the local tavern, David remained perpetually excluded from the camaraderie that seemed to flourish among his coworkers. This ongoing neglect weighed heavily on David's heart, causing his self-esteem to plummet and leaving him searching for a way to change his situation. It was at this moment of despair that he decided to seek the wisdom of Elder Benjamin, a renowned sage who resided on the outskirts of town. Elder Benjamin was known for his profound insight and kind-hearted nature. His humble cottage stood as a haven of wisdom and peace, amidst the vibrant gardens and ancient trees that surrounded it. One bright morning, David summoned his courage and decided to visit the wise elder, hoping for guidance and a solution to his persistent isolation. Upon reaching Elder Benjamin's cottage, David poured out his troubles and asked, "How can I gain the respect of others and finally feel like I belong? What should I do to be seen as a valuable member of this community?" Elder Benjamin, with a compassionate smile, offered 5 practical pieces of advice. 1. Stop saying yes to everyone, learn to say no. Elder Benjamin's advice on learning to say no is deeply rooted in the principle of setting healthy boundaries. He emphasized that individuals who habitually say yes to every request, favor, or commitment often find themselves overwhelmed and at risk of being taken for granted. When we constantly agree to every demand, people may begin to assume that our compliance is a given, and may not fully recognize the value of our time and energy. To address this habit, Elder Benjamin encourages individuals to embark on a journey of self-discovery and introspection. When faced with a request or favor, he recommends evaluating it within the context of one's personal goals, values, and capacity. Saying no in this context is not a mere rejection, it is a thoughtful choice to prioritize one's well-being and manage time effectively. The key to mastering the art of saying no lies in understanding that it is not a refusal to help, but a conscious decision to make choices aligned with one's values and goals. As individuals begin to use no judiciously and with purpose, they send a powerful message. They communicate to others that their time and energy are valuable resources, and that their willingness to assist is based on careful consideration, rather than an automatic yes. Over time, people around them begin to appreciate this newfound assertiveness and recognize the honesty and self-respect behind it. The transformation that takes place is twofold. Individuals learn to set stronger personal boundaries and, in turn, command a heightened level of respect from others. 2. Stop complaining. Elder Benjamin's advice regarding complaining emphasizes the adverse effects of chronic complaining on one's respectability. Habitual complainers not only tend to be unproductive, but also become draining to those who have to listen to their grievances. To change this habit, Elder Benjamin suggests a fundamental shift in perspective. Instead of viewing challenges as insurmountable obstacles, individuals should consider them as opportunities for growth and personal development. This transformation in mindset encourages a proactive approach to problem solving, as well as a more optimistic outlook. People who tackle difficulties with determination and grace inspire admiration and respect in those who witness their resilience and solution-oriented approach. The ability to maintain a positive outlook, even in the face of adversity, fosters deeper respect from peers and acquaintances. Their capacity to focus on constructive solutions rather than dwelling on problems becomes a source of inspiration. By shifting away from complaining and adopting a solution-oriented attitude, individuals not only enhance their own well-being, but also become respected figures in their social circles. They are seen as problem solvers and beacons of positivity, which naturally elicits admiration and respect. 3. Don't always be available. Elder Benjamin's third piece of advice centers around the potential drawbacks of perpetual availability. When individuals are constantly accessible, people may take their presence for granted, assuming they will always be there when needed. This can diminish the appreciation for one's time and company. To address this habit, Elder Benjamin recommends a proactive approach to communication of one's availability and the establishment of personal boundaries. This involves not only setting aside specific times for personal priorities, but also assertively communicating those boundaries to others. By making it clear that certain times are reserved for one's well-being and commitments, individuals convey that their lives have their own rhythms and priorities. As individuals make themselves less readily available, those around them come to understand and respect this approach. They begin to recognize that their time is valuable and that interactions should be meaningful. This heightened sense of respect naturally evolves as people make a more concerted effort to connect, understanding that their time is genuinely valued. In essence, the act of making oneself less available serves as a reminder that time is a precious resource. This act communicates to others that one's presence should not be taken for granted, and that meaningful interactions are valued. The respect that ensues is a result of a mutual understanding and appreciation of personal boundaries. 4. Keep your promises. Elder Benjamin's emphasis on keeping promises underscores the fundamental importance of trust and reliability in earning respect. Individuals who fail to fulfill their commitments often struggle to gain the trust and respect of others, as it erodes their credibility and undermines the integrity of their relationships. To address this habit, Elder Benjamin recommends an unwavering commitment to keeping one's word. Making promises should not be taken lightly. Each commitment should be entered into with a strong sense of responsibility and seriousness. Consistently fulfilling commitments without fail establishes individuals as people of their word. Their reliability and integrity become unquestionable, and they become known as individuals who can be counted on. Trust naturally deepens, and respect grows among peers and associates. This aspect of trust and reliability plays a pivotal role in how others perceive and respect an individual. When one consistently delivers on promises, they become a symbol of integrity and trustworthiness. The respect they garner is a direct result of their unwavering commitment to keeping their word. 5. Overcome poverty mentality. Elder Benjamin acknowledges that poverty can lead to feelings of humiliation and a lack of respect. People often underestimate the value of those facing financial struggles, making assumptions that they cannot contribute positively to their community or gatherings, thereby undermining their perceived worth. To address this mindset, Elder Benjamin offers a comprehensive strategy. He encourages individuals to work diligently towards self-sufficiency and to become active contributors to their community. This involves seeking opportunities to improve their financial situation, such as starting a small business, acquiring new skills, or seeking better employment. Additionally, individuals should give back to their community through volunteering and sharing their expertise. This showcases their commitment to self-improvement and dedication to contributing positively to the community. Such actions convey. Elder Benjamin's counsel was deeply rooted in practical insights and human behavior. It provided individuals with the guidance and tools they needed to transform themselves and earn the respect they sought from those around them. David took Elder Benjamin's wisdom to heart and began to incorporate these principles into his daily life. He actively listened to his friends and family, spoke honestly about his thoughts and feelings, and made a conscious effort to keep his promises. David showed empathy and compassion to those in need and looked for ways to be of service to the town. As time passed, the transformation in David was evident. People began to notice the positive changes in his behavior. They saw him as a reliable, compassionate, and honest individual. David's efforts did not go unnoticed, and gradually, the respect he so desperately sought began to manifest in his relationships with others. David's newfound respect not only improved his standing in the community, but also boosted his self-esteem. He felt more connected to those around him and had a greater sense of purpose in his life. His story became a testament to the wisdom shared by Elder Benjamin, showing that true respect is earned through genuine character and a commitment to serving and uplifting others. To support us, please make sure to subscribe the channel, Rumi Sufi Mystic, and press the like button.